In the summer of 2002, eBay bought a struggling online payments company called PayPal for $1.5 billion. Within a few years, the people who built that company went on to found Tesla, SpaceX, LinkedIn, YouTube, Palantir, Yelp, Yammer, and Affirm, and made early investments in Facebook, Airbnb, and Spotify. The combined market value of what PayPal alumni created or funded crossed $2 trillion. Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, Reid Hoffman, Max Levchin, Chad Hurley, Steve Chen, David Sachs, Roelof Botha, Keith Rabois, all of them worked at the same small company at the same time, in the same office. Fortune magazine gave them a name in 2007, the PayPal Mafia. The story starts in December 1997 in Palo Alto, where a 23-year-old Ukrainian immigrant named Max Levchin and a Stanford-educated lawyer and hedge fund manager named Peter Thiel co-founded a company called Confinity. Levchin was a cryptography obsessive. Thiel was a contrarian thinker who believed most of Silicon Valley was chasing the wrong ideas. Their original plan was to build encrypted software for Palm Pilots, the handheld devices that were everywhere in the late 90s. They hired young, opinionated engineers, mostly from Stanford and the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, Levchin's alma mater. Meanwhile, a few miles away, Elon Musk had just sold his first company, Zip2, a city guide software business, to Compaq for $307 million. In March 1999, Musk took $12 million of that and started X.com, an online bank. His ambition was to replace the entire financial system with a single website. Both Confinity and XCOM independently stumbled onto the same product, a way to email money to anyone with an address. Confinity built it as a feature. Musk built it as a core service. By early 2000, they were burning cash competing for the same users, many of them eBay sellers who needed a way to accept payments online. Rather than destroy each other, they merged in March 2000, keeping the X.com name. The merger was brutal. Musk wanted the company to run on Microsoft infrastructure. Levchin's engineers were committed to Unix. Musk wanted to keep the XCOM brand. Everyone else preferred PayPal. The two factions fought over technology, branding, and strategy, all while the dot-com bubble was collapsing around them. In the fall of 2000, the board replaced Musk as CEO with Peter Thiel. Musk stayed on as a major shareholder and board member, but Thiel now set the direction. They renamed the company PayPal. Then came fraud. Criminal syndicates figured out they could exploit PayPal's system to steal millions. At one point, the company was losing more than $10 million a month to fraudulent transactions. Levchin's team built machine learning tools to detect fake accounts in real time, technology that was cutting edge for 2001. David Sachs, the COO, restructured the product. Reid Hoffman, who joined the board, helped broker partnerships. The entire team operated under constant existential threat. They nearly ran out of money multiple times. They competed with eBay's own payment service, BillPoint, and they had to build trust with millions of ordinary people who had never sent money over the internet before. PayPal went public in February 2002. 5 months later, eBay bought them for $1.5 billion. Most of the senior team cashed out and walked away. Here's where it gets remarkable. David Sachs described the eBay acquisition like a diaspora. The team scattered, but stayed connected. They invested in each other's companies, sat on each other's boards, and hired from each other's teams. Elon Musk took roughly $180 million from the sale and split it across 3 bets: SpaceX in 2002 to build cheap rockets, Tesla in 2004, where he became chairman and lead investor, SolarCity in 2006 to finance solar installations. All 3 companies nearly went bankrupt. All 3 survived. Peter Thiel made the first outside investment in Facebook, $500,000 for 10% of the company in the summer of 2004. He co-founded Palantir Technologies that same year with Joe Lonsdale and others, building data analysis software that would become a central tool for U.S. intelligence agencies. He also started Founders Fund, a venture capital firm that backed SpaceX, Airbnb, and Stripe. Reid Hoffman left PayPal and launched LinkedIn in early 2003, a professional networking site that Microsoft would eventually acquire for $26.2 billion. He also became a partner at Greylock Partners and one of Silicon Valley's most prolific angel investors. Max Levchin founded Slide, a social media widget company that Google bought for $200 million, then started Affirm, a buy now pay later service that went public in 2021 at a valuation of nearly $24 billion. Chad Hurley and Steve Chen, two PayPal engineers, co-founded YouTube in 2005. Google acquired it 18 months later for $1.65 billion. Roelof Botha, PayPal's former CFO, joined Sequoia Capital and led investments in YouTube, Instagram, and Unity. Keith Rabois went from PayPal to LinkedIn to Square, where he was COO during its critical growth years. Jeremy Stoppelman and Russell Simmons, both former PayPal engineers, co-founded Yelp. David Sachs later built Yammer, an enterprise messaging tool that Microsoft bought for $1.2 billion in 2012. About 38 early PayPal employees went on to start or fund major companies. That's an extraordinary hit rate from a single startup. Peter Thiel once said that when he and Levchin started the company, they agreed that no matter what happened to the business, the friendships had to survive. That turned out to be the real product. PayPal's culture rewarded speed, first principles thinking, and internal debate. People were promoted based on output, not seniority. The team was small enough that everyone knew everyone. Engineers sat next to executives, and decisions happened in hours, not weeks. The fraud crisis and the near-death experiences created a shared intensity that bonded the group permanently. After eBay, they didn't scatter randomly. They formed a network. Thiel invested in Musk's companies. Hoffman and Thiel co-invested in Facebook. Botha funded Hurley and Chen's YouTube. Sachs hired PayPal alumni at Yammer. The network compounded. Each success gave the group more capital, more credibility, and more deal flow, which funded the next round of companies. One startup's alumni became the seed capital, human and financial, for half a generation of Silicon Valley. The PayPal Mafia didn't plan to become the most influential group in tech. They just happened to hire well, fight through a crisis together, and then stay loyal when the money arrived. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for similar